He yelled at me in 2009 and I told him, the vain self at the year 2011. 2 years before the year 2013. The end of the adventures. Outlasting the time I had to stay benevolent and cause strife that no one foresaw. And to make matters worse, I got a piercing under my lip and on my chin. And that's been healed up and cover the hole. The moral act of conduct that I abide to is my collective thought process. Never have anyone tell you not to care. Caring is a birthright that has people wanted more of who you claim you are. And make matters anything at all that suffice is out of the window in picture. The moral is the powerhouse is the beginning of this chapter, chapter 16. And beyond is to tell you, you know more than others by now. No one portrays playing the victory is at all dumb to, no one gets things. Leaving out guessing on a chord, without precise accuracy. And to make it matters or telling Polly's secret word as, the old Polly. Weak as sauce. There's pudgy that exists to be the opposite of girth. Which I got back by now leading to arrest, from my uncle's decision. Not the nice Uncle Puone. And he taught me about honor giving. I rehearse in my head to make the matter out there meaningless hope. You're confused? How honor some people make them worst in the grand scheme. To no one ever I had Michael the Estrada powerhouse, what he leans to. Nothing short of spectacular to nail in the face in 2009 you think, no that was, 2012. A year to go with him as Fernando switched the switch. The moral I told you, this one's on Powerhouse. 'Cause, to each his own traits. The moral is never have someone got your back to you otherwise. To not care is a powerhouse approach to not extent I'm in the realm not, the realm of the you reel over, that. There's more to nothing ever could suffice in the act of treason on so many levels I could think of. Never suffice easily enough they call you out for it. And never make things worse to no one, in particular. No one has it in them to tell Michael you stink? And that's not a good powerhouse, like Alan my paradox buddy. Him with Nick and they battled me in Yu-Gi-Oh cards. And in 7th grade they were freshmen. Of high school. To come to get beat and watch a white guy. Replaced Nick and he didn't get to play. To use cheating Japanese effect, we haven't have come out in English. That was older than them. In case they forgot. And think it's better than playing Polly. The moral is in the next life. I try to prescribe the remedy. And they came with Frank. He doesn't like Frank. What we used to call him is one of Donovan's buddy that hang out with any age group. He suffice admitting jacking from his mom on several occasions. I on the other hand of them 2 years old like Donald is to them. But there's Dave, a black guy, a year older than that. Which is 5 years over, I myself can never grasp at straws. His girlfriend was the same age though. And no telling of him, Michael and Jason are all gay. I wouldn't understand even, my little brother, Davis could be. And I have Darold and Pond. That's the easiest spelling for Dave. That I'm related to, not the other, Dave or that black Dave, who they aren't both. But, Jason's molested partner. An old guy. Why he wants white. But Kara is just a girl he dates. And my little brother means something. Not that we aren't mattering and we love to have nothing. But, the nothing we share is bond that translate time. Not even Cameron doesn't fall under this category. And make it at best they aren't out for affection. But, gay guys tend to have anyone that matters. Not I'm calling them out. But their way of lying tends to not matter with their preference. And that's too many gay guys in the closet. Which I'm not. I want to get that out there. To you all. I paled with Donovan at age 21 in 2010 towards 11, and it's daunting. That he was 25 and revealed he looked at my ballsack. And told his GF. We think it was honor. That maybe you shouldn't trust Polly. But he seems to not give a fuck. At best he would be strong cav. To reel matters in check. We must learn the atrocities that lead lives go. And I'll describe the Hallianizing in the chapter A Real Suspicion. Showing after the second layer, traits. It would be the realm of the real. That's not the next chapter or anything. We have to go before the first layer, straw knocks and smart action. Straw knocks was strong man. And the second layer starts with tango. And that's not all. We will reach the realm. Over the realm of the real is called just the realm. And I will be ending this book when we get to just tango. Just kidding. It's just Cowrie as the last chapter. Who knows how many more chapters? I can talk about traits. Because they are spelled out for you on the subconscious level. As subconscious bearers. That's to tie a knot. The reason I mention real suspicion is in the realm. We take traits up and use them at old age. Myself evolved from the new most over traits. Reptilian on land to the now less over. You don't want to overbearing traits. So, it's just Cowrie, the snail. Each trait is tied to an animal for a reason. The reason for the powerhouse is Michael's one out of the traits. He can be a strata, he thinks? No, not enough honor in the traits department. I'm not just ratting people out. We'll get to the best stuff at the end of the passage. It's daunting every time they use to come knillingly willingly. They have to show they're a macho guy that doesn't have too many stack on traits. Is part of the subconscious bearer if. And enough about me. You seem to love to relive the many adventures Polly gets into. The whole part of this passage is to clear someone's name that they, themselves put themselves into. What's more is I can't recall on account of alcohol consumption. The powerhouse like Alan is not a Michael. I promise myself out of the old Polly I'll replace friends that matter or count. My paradox self did that. So we know who's it going to be. It's Alan and Nick, and they got the subconscious. To them they'd make perfect friends for Polly. Even if their traits are slightly different. From one paradigm to the next one. That's not to shaft on stuff we portray ourselves in the grand scheme. Without thought of another in our minds is not part of the rules. Or getting condemned. Which I started out in 2023. I was out and about. Knowing I'm leader to all of John Marshall High people. Not the fondest memories as the other Polly. Not to make me a bitch. I find that being the old Polly is heightened senses over all else. I can say that, now. To not care about my actions. As I'm writing this, people get a good laugh. Now on to the fun stuff. We have in our day-to-day lives. Not govern on a parallel place we think should pacify our time here on earth. As subconscious bearers we lead lives, watch over the deity, Angie. Not that Angie at Donald's house. The angel, Angie. That governs me to be the first ladder reborn God. It's why there's so many. And down the ladder are normal or average people. Going as low as the trillions. And we are lucky to be part of the 100 that God watch after the most. The good many of you have in time and placement that the gods look after. They recall memories lost after live redos over and over again. To make matters the best is watch out in our lives we lead lives. That's to muster up to God's whim and placement for you. Even to replace him. So moral is stay situate around God's view on you. The old goddess of destruction. Is a title she enjoys. Polly likes Dragon Ball Super as her favorite deity. Nonetheless they portray lives lead on their own. And the moral is packed with characters fork shows. Our thing was Starsky and Hutch. That was the end of the old Polly's reign on the house. My house we went on to. Now the people who visit are Felix, you think? No, not that guy, I just tease a tango that's two, talk. And it's Valerie one time ran, because she was late? The more they value is Jason, Michael, Adam, poppers on occasions. And to make things worse, Adam was only in it in 2012. But he'd make a good candidate to tear things up with. The moral is characters are in movies and cartoons. I can ask, can I make a character to Michael? And the flip the switch on him. And he himself says, with repetition. No, a character is who, you say, right? He's trying to say that I'm literally lost on who I am? What the fuck? That's to tell you I understand what he said. You mean Kakarot? From Dragon Ball Super, right? I said. No, no one thinks you are that guy. I'm done. I said last thing. You know, that's not anybody? Yeah, I know. But, you should be, hun? That's on a chord he knows himself. That's not right in 2015 and beyond. No, that's my favorite conversation with him. Like, he doesn't know, you make yourself look bad. Jason is what he sprouts. These are my friends, I thought, in my head.